What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH, Nina, in my honest opinion, she should have slapped the dog shit out of Victor because I'm about tired of his little mouth. His mouth is reckless. Like, she was just simply asking him questions about Charlotte because she sent the gift to Charlotte. The gift was returned. She reached out to Valentine, haven't heard a thing back from him. So Victor's sitting there talking about, oh, why are you so invested in my family? Is that because you don't have a family of your own? I would have slapped the dog piss out of that man. His mouth is just too. His mouth is too much. I would have slapped the shit out of him. Like, Victor, she's asking about your granddaughter, alleged granddaughter, because we still ain't got a DNA test. She's asking about the child because that used to be her stepdaughter. In case he didn't know, I'm like, you know he know. He just wanted to be a smart ass. She used to be a part of your family, and she's still very close with Charlotte. So of course she's gonna inquire about her. And of course Big Bad Sonny walk up making his little threat. Oh, apologize to her. Sonny, ain't nobody scared of you no more. I'm just saying, Sonny, you ain't got that flair that you used to have. You know, I'm just saying. And Sonny sitting there talking about, oh, I would have taken you out, or you would have disappeared a long time ago, but I'm a changed man. Yeah, we know. We know, Sonny. Unfortunately, you have changed, not for the better. But I'm like, Sonny, all these little threats that he's making towards Victor, I'm like, sir, this man is playing chess with all of y'all ass right now, so you might want to back your little ass up. I'm just saying. Because if he could take Anna down and frame her the way that he did, what do you think he could do to you right now, Mr. Big Bad Mob Boss? Like, he could take you out like that if he wanted to. The way he moving, shit, he sure can. He could call Johan in the New York Minute, take you down. Sonny better back up. Cause I'm telling you, Sonny's not as scary as he used to be. I'm like, all them little words and all that stuff. That's why Victor just sitting there on mute. Like, you know, he just sitting there listening. Because Victor don't have to kind of make those big threats towards you. Oh, I'll have you taken care of. Oh, I'll kill you. I'll make you disappear. He don't really have to say too much to you. You know what I'm saying? Because certain things he say, you know that you next once he says it. Once it comes out his mouth and he say, oh, you're a problem or you're a liability, he about to take you out. It's only a matter of when, basically. But it's coming. Like, Sonny better chill out. Oh, if I find out you had anything to do with framing Anna, oh, I'm going to take you out, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Sonny, go sit down. Go sit down. Because them little threats is falling on deaf ears right about now. Ain't nobody scared of you. So him and Nina left. You know, they decided to go home. And, of course, they got into the bed and made love. It seemed like quite a few couples was getting in that bedroom today. I ain't mad at it. You know, him and Nina was up in there, you know, knocking the boots or her clogs or whatever you want to call them. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that, BLQ and Chase. I was so happy for them to become a couple. Now I'm ready for them to break up. I am. I'm ready for them. They can break up for all I care. Because BLQ is doing some trifling shit right now. Here they are on a date night. She gets this email from Dante again, reminding her he needs a letter of support from her to save Chase's career. She gonna sit there and ignore the email or delete the email again. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you? Like, are you serious? How selfish can you be? So, they're having this date night. Her phone blowing up. Then she keep talking about the music and, oh, Link wants you to work with this artist and this. And even Chase was a little annoyed by it because he was like, aren't we supposed to be on date night? Why are we talking about work? And I'm like, exactly. Turn that shit off. Like, this is your private time. You know what I'm saying? This is time for y'all to connect. You know what I mean? And she's making this all about work. Like, no. Did you forget that that's your man now? Focus on y'all as a couple. But yeah, Chase was a little irritated by it. And he could tell that she was dying to check her phone because her phone kept blowing up and stuff like that. And I guess an interview that he had did previously was about to go live or whatever. So he was like, all right, we could listen to it and whatnot. So, you know, they was all happy with the interview and whatnot. So, of course, they went home to make love and, you know, knock some boots too. I'm ready for Chase to find out what she did because I feel like that was some low down shit to do. I mean, this man trusts her. You know what I'm saying? And once he finds out what she did, that trust is going to go right out the window because she's doing all of this for her own selfish purpose. Everything with her is about her. You know what I mean? Like, here y'all are on a date night and you worried about business. You talking about business. That's all you could talk about. That's a turn off to me. Because if we work together and this is supposed to be date night, I don't want to talk about work. No. Hell no. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about me and you. You know what I'm saying? It took us a long time to finally get here, and this is what you want to talk about? You don't want to talk about us? You rather talk about music and business? No. Hell no. That's a major turn off for me. And you could tell Chase was a bit annoyed by it, and I don't blame him because I would be too. Like, no. So I'm ready for him to find out the truth because he need to get on her about that. So anyway, moving on from that. I don't know what's going on, but I will say prison is doing wonders for Mr. Spencer. He looked different in prison. I don't know if it's the facial here, but I'm like, you starting to look like a grown man now, starting to kind of talk like one. I said, okay, prison must have hardened you up a bit. I said, okay, Mr. Spencer. You know, it was nice of Cameron and Jocelyn to visit him and say kind things, especially Cam, because, you know, Cam was like, listen, I know we cousins, we family, but I choose you as a friend, too. I like that. I was like, you know, stand by your friend. You know what I'm saying? / cousin. I know that shit right. And, you know, Spencer clearly appreciated it. But, of course, his mind is on Trina at this point. Because Jocelyn pretty much told him, like, Trina know the truth. Like, she pretty much know. So he was like, oh, she must not care because she didn't try to contact me. I feel like Trina is trying hard to get Spencer out of her system. And it's not working. She's trying, but it ain't working. And obviously, he don't got her out of his system. And Spencer don't want Trina out of his system. He want her all up in his mix. So, you know, the guard came in. The guard was like, well, it's time's up. So Jocelyn and Cam left. They go back to his place and whatnot. And, you know, they start making out on his bed and stuff. But he was like, nah, you know, my mom, you know, she don't want no sleepovers over here. Boy, you are grown now. Y'all are legally grown. Your mama ain't home. Knock some boots. I'm just saying, like, you are grown and your mom's not home. Man, please, you better go up in that dresser and get one of them little rubbers and call it a night. That's what I would be doing. Fuck all that. I'm just saying, like, get down with the get down. You worry about your mama. See, that shit would turn me off right there. As soon as you mention, oh, my mama. Enough said. I done got out the mood now because you done mentioned your mama. That's a turn off right there. I'm out the mood now. We ain't even got to do nothing no more because I'm not in the mood no more. Like, right before you get all intimate and stuff, y'all in the midst of getting intimate, you gonna mention your mama? Ew, no. Hell no. Double no. Just, no thank you. But I was happy that Cameron did ignore his mother's rule, because I'm like, listen, I know what your mama said, but she not there, so go ahead and knock boots. But Jocelyn sitting there talking about, oh, it was nice what you said to Spencer, and I can't imagine life without you. Jocelyn, why you lying? Because this is the most time that girl has spent with this boy. She been chasing after Dex, like that's her man or something. You spend more time with this stranger than you do your own man. I understand, you know, Cam has been busy. 2 jobs, he's in college. I get it. But we all make time for what we want to make time for. And it's like she don't even attempt to make time for him like that. You know, but you make all the time in the world for Dex. So that tells me all I need to know. And I feel bad for Cam because clearly the shoe is about to drop. You know, the other shoe is about to fall. And I have a feeling that it's not going to be long before Jocelyn is all up in Dex's mix soon. I wouldn't be shocked. So anyway, moving on from that. So Trina and Rory are at the convention hotel or whatever, the Comic Con, wherever they at. Comic book convention hotel, whatever. So apparently there's only 1 bed in that hotel room because Rory claims when he called, he made a reservation for 2 beds, but they only gave him 1. So now he had to call to get one of them little bed cots or whatever. I wouldn't want to sleep on that shit. I'm just saying, them cots are not comfortable. They are not. Like, you are better off sleeping on the floor. Like, the floor is more comfortable most times than them damn cots. I'm just saying, it's a no for me. Like, nah, they could keep them cots. Just bring me up a blanket and a pillow. I'll be fine on the floor. Because you ain't about to send me to no chiropractor. I'm just saying, like, unless that hotel gonna pay for my chiropractor in the morning, I keep your bed cop. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know. Part of me be thinking bad thoughts like, Rory, did you set this up on purpose for there to be one bed? Because you thought maybe you might get lucky? I'm just saying, my mind sometimes wander there because you got to think it. Like, did you set that up? Was that on purpose? Okay, I'm just saying, you got to think it. So they sitting there kissing and stuff like that, making out and whatnot. And Rory was like, you sure you want to do this or whatever? She was like, yeah. I feel like that's another part of her trying to get Spencer off the brain. But while they was making out, she was envisioning Spencer kissing her. I said, there it go. There it go. And that shit was hot too. That scene was fire. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever thought about that, kudos to you. That shit was dope. Spencer, like, he was getting a little aggressive. Like, he had them hands up on that bed. I said, oh shit. He had her hands pinned down. I said, ooh, this like it might be a rough one. Like, Trina and Spencer look like if they do it, or when they do it at some point, it might be that good old rough sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like throw you up against the wall, push you up against the wall type shit, pull your hair. Woo. Lord have mercy. Why General Hospital can't be on a streaming service? I'm just saying. I think we could get some real rough, good sex if this was on a streamer. I'm just saying. We might get to see some cheeks. Moving on. Let me get my head out the gutter real quick. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't pay me no mind today. So yeah. She was envisioning Spencer as. I'm like, see, you in love with that boy. You might as well just go ahead, be honest with Rory, be honest with Spencer, be honest with yourself. But she stopped it from going down with Rory because she wasn't ready. Because I think, part of her feel like, it wouldn't be right of her to sleep with him or even get to that level when you got another man on the brain. You know what I'm saying? She was like, nah, we might as well just go to sleep. So, she went to bed and stuff like that. Rory was sleeping on his cot. Rest in peace to your back when you get up in the morning. I'm just saying, because that shit gonna be murdering you. And while she was in the bed and stuff, she was getting a phone call from Spencer. She got a missed call from Spencer from jail. And I felt bad for Spencer. I was like, Spencer, leave her a voice message. But he did. And I'm like, damn it, Spencer. Just leave her a message. And she'll get back to you at her latest convenience. I'm just saying. Like, we gotta make moves with this. So anyway. Moving on from that, I'm still sick of Cody at this point because he annoys me to the ends of the fucking earth. He annoys me. They still waiting on the DNA test results and whatnot. Mac and all them, they sitting at the Savoy and stuff. Dante and Sam pop up. They all mingling and whatnot. Mac was trying to ask Dante questions about Cody and stuff. I'm about to call him Corey. He was asking him questions about Cody, to get a better understanding of him. And, Dante was giving him a little bit of history, a little background about how they met and how Cody was or whatever as a boy. I do feel like Dante has a blind spot where Cody is concerned. Like, because, I get that that's your friend, but you haven't seen him in years. So it's like, you don't know what he's been doing in that missing time. You know what I'm saying? So Dante need to be a bit more suspicious because Sam is definitely suspicious. And, Felicia picked up on it. Felicia, that's how you know how smart Felicia is and how, intuitive she is. Because she picked up on that shit immediately that Sam is not Cody's biggest fan. Like, she has some suspicions of him. And Felicia said, listen, that boy might be my stepson. He probably Mac's son. I need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly about him. So if you have any reservations, I need to know them so I can be prepared and I can prepare Mac. Because Felicia not about to sit back and watch her husband get played. That's what she not about to do. So she need to know all info ASAP. So before Sam can even say something, of course, Britt and Cody pop up at the Savoy. So they all sitting together and whatnot. Until Miss Wu sitting at the bar and stuff, she watching Cody, and so Cody decided to get up, go get a drink. She's still asking him about the poker game and stuff, trying to get him to be in on the game or whatever. And Miss Wu, she don't ask you multiple times to do something. You need to give an answer right then and there, or it's your ass, pretty much. So Mac peeped them talking and stuff, and Mac was like, "Yeah, you need to stay away from her." He said, "As a friend and possible father, you need to, steer clear of her because she's a crime figure and stuff." I'm like, Mac, trust me, he know what she is. And Mac was genuine about it. He was like, "Listen, when the DNA test come back, and if it proves I'm your father, we need to figure out where we want this relationship to go. How we want it to be between me and you." I respect that because that was a real conversation that Mac was trying to have with him, and it was a realistic one. It's like, moving forward, how are we going to be with each other? That don't mean you have to call me dad right away or anything. You don't ever have to call me that if you don't want to. But it's like, Mac obviously wants to get to know him if that's his son, which is an honorable thing to do because some people just don't give a damn. They be like, "Oh, I still don't want to know you, even if you are my boy." You know what I'm saying? Some people be like that, but that's the kind of person Mac is. So, of course, Mac and Felicia headed out to go home to get some love making in. I love it. Seeing people of a particular age still getting down with the get down. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Mac and Felicia are very vibrant. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no old prune. They still get it in. And I love that about them. They're very active in their life, and that's dope. I love also how Sam picked up on Cody's reaction when Britt told everybody how, she hired Sam to look into the origins of that necklace. Cody's reaction spoke volumes, and I love the fact that Sam picked up on that. Sam picked up on it almost immediately. And when they were alone, she asked him, she was like, "So what was your reaction to that? Why you react like that? Like, what are you trying to hide?" You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Oh, I was just taken aback. I was just," "No, what are you trying to hide, bro?" Because Sam not playing no games with him because his reaction definitely was taken aback. Like, he didn't want Sam looking into it. And I'm starting to feel like him even coming to Port Charles was all a strategic move on his part. Him getting to know Britt, cozying up to her. I'm really starting to feel like it was all a part of a plan of his. You know what I'm saying? Like, him and that necklace and Peter and Faison, they're connected in some form or fashion. Because he was asking a lot of questions about Faison, about Peter, about Leopold. And Faison and Leopold did business together back in the day. So, he's up to something. He's trying to get his 40 acres and his mule, clearly. But bruh, it ain't going down over here. You ain't getting no mule. All you gonna get is a mule kicked in your ass. That's all you gonna get. So you better go sit down. Talking about, "Oh, I like Britt and I love Dante." Sam was like, "Yeah, for your sake, I hope so. I hope you telling the truth." We all know he's shifty. He's shady. Shadier than a $2 bill. He's shady. So anyway, Britt and Dante had a nice little chat. Dante is ready to call the truce with her. He was like, I don't know if we ever gonna be friends. He was like, but we could be cool for Cody's sake. We could be, we could call the truce. And she was like, shit. Britt was like, well, shit. I hope he better be worth it for me to call the truce with your ass. I know that shit, right? But I ain't mad at Dante for still holding a grudge against her. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.